Once again, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Story Field on the campus of Lower Columbia College. Everett and Tacoma getting ready to play here in the final game of the day, and today's action pushed back, so we're getting a real late start for tonight's action. The first ball game today, we played through rain delays, and because it was still raining at the conclusion of that ball game, the Lower Columbia ball game against Lynn Benton was pushed back from 2:35 to 6:05. That ball game was a fairly lengthy game as well, so needless to say, Everett and Tacoma are getting started quite late, and because of that, the ball games tomorrow, they're going to go ahead and push them back a little bit as well. So instead of starting at 12:05 tomorrow with the first ball game will be at 2:05, and the second ball game at 6:05. The head coaches for Tacoma, Ryan Mummert, and the head coach for Everett, JoJo Howie, out meeting with the umpires right now, and exchanging lineups. Let's go ahead and get the starting lineups for you for this ball game. First for Tacoma, the visitors on the scoreboard. They'll go with Kenton Robillard at third base batting leadoff. Justin Vanderbrake bats second. He plays right field. Robbie Pogue bats third. He's at first base. Sam Olson bats cleanup. He catches. Brock Gagliardi bats fifth. He is the DH. Batting sixth in center field, R.J. Green. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Gavin Grant. Batting eighth in left field, Thomas Wheeler. And batting ninth at second base, Cameron McIntosh. On the mound for Tacoma, Tanner Knapp. For Everett, they'll go with Charley Larsen at third base batting leadoff. Sam Linscott plays center field, bats second. Austin Hauk bats third. He is the second baseman. Batting cleanup, the shortstop, Kyle Rodriguez. Batting fifth, the DH, Kenny McCormick. Nick Klemp bats sixth. He is the catcher. Batting seventh in right field, Nolan Smith. Batting eighth at first base, Mitch Albin. Batting ninth in left field, Takeshi Kubota. And on the mound pitching, Paul Falco. We'll step away for 1 minute. We'll be back with the first pitch of tonight's ball game between Tacoma and Everett.
I chose Centralia College because I wanted to stay close at home while getting a great education. Playing for a smaller school has a strong sense of a community, and they just want to see you succeed. We're bigger than just a team. We're a big family. My name is Dylan. I play baseball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
On the hill for the Trojans, the righty, number 44, Paul Falco.
Everett has taken the field, and Paul Falco on the mound with a record of 5-2, an earned run average of 2.77. Let's go ahead and set the rest of the team defensively for you. Mitch Albin is at first base. Austin Hauk is at second. Charley Larsen plays third, and Kyle Rodriguez is the shortstop. Takeshi Kubota is in left field. Sam Linscott in center. Nolan Smith is in right, and Nick Klemp is behind the plate. And again, Paul Falco on the mound, record of 5-2, earned run average of 2.77. And he will face the top third of the Tacoma lineup, Kenton Robillard, Justin Vanderbrake, and Robbie Pogue. In action earlier today, Spokane eliminated Mount Hood by a score of 9-3. And again, in the game just completed, Lower Columbia all over Lynn Benton by a score of 11-1. Lower Columbia will play one of these two teams tomorrow, and again, that is to be determined later this evening. There goes the toss down to second base. Falco, the pitcher for Everett, is a 5'10 right-hander. He is out of Lake Washington High School in Kirkland.
Leading off for Tacoma here in the first, the third baseman, number 13, Kenton Robillard.
Kenton Robillard will step in to lead it off for Tacoma. Kenton, a sophomore, prominent member of last year's team as well out of Puyallup High School. Falco ready. The pitch, down low, ball one. Time of the first pitch. 9:35. 9:35, first pitch. One ball the count to Kenton Robillard, right-handed batter hitting .279 on the year. Falco ready, the 1-0 pitch, pours it in there for a strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. Center fielder Sam Linscott pulled a few steps over into right center. Corner outfielders play straight away. Shortstop Rodriguez plays deep. Falco, big deep breath, now ready. Goes into the windup. The 1-1 pitch is a curveball, drops it in nicely for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Temperature of 49 degrees at game time. And it's a chilly 49 degrees, let me tell you. Falco ready, the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, chopped foul over toward the Tacoma dugout. Picked up there by on-deck batter Justin Vanderbrake. Count remains 1-2 on Kenton Robillard. Falco nods, has a sign he wants. Again, big deep breath. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive into left center field. This one may get down. Left fielder, however, runs it down. That's Takeshi Kubota, who got a good jump on the ball and chased it down in left center field. Thought that had a chance to get down and perhaps get to the wall. So just a well-hit out off the bat of Kenton Robillard. So one man down, and that'll bring in Justin Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake hitting a very healthy .402 on the year. He is the right fielder. Falco again, before he goes into the windup, always seems to take a big deep breath. The first pitch, off-speed pitch up high, count 1 ball. Thankful it's not especially windy tonight with the dropping temperatures. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, curveball, drops it in for a strike. And the count evens up at 1-1. Vanderbrake takes a step out of the batter's box, now gets back in. Falco ready, the right-hander delivers, swing and a miss, at a pitch down in the zone. And the count goes to 1-2. Again, Vanderbrake, after stepping out, gets back in. Falco ready, the 1-2 pitch. Chopped foul, third base side. Count remains 1-2. Vanderbrake, 5'11" sophomore out of West Valley High School in Yakima. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, curveball. Down low and away. Count evens up at 2-2. Good stop by the Everett catcher, Nick Klemp. Boy, that ball game last night between Everett and Lower Columbia was one for the ages. Just a terrific college baseball game. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. There's a sharply hit ball. It's going to go into left center field for a base hit. And Justin Vanderbrake, who hit .402 coming into the ball game, leads, gets a single here with one man down in the top half of the first.
The Titans' first baseman.
That'll bring in Robbie Pogue.
Robbie Pogue.
Pogue hitting .345 on the year. He is the Tacoma first baseman, left-handed batter. Pogue out of Bonnie Lake, as is Lower Columbia's Zach Horn. Bonnie Lake has a real good high school baseball program. Open stance for Pogue. Here's the pitch. Down low and inside, and the count is 1 ball. Pogue has a long look. Down to his coach in the third base box. Now gets back in. The 1-0 pitch. Chopped by the mound right to the shortstop, who's out near the second base bag. Field steps on the bag, throws to first, double play. And that'll do it for Tacoma here in the top half of the first. No runs on one hit, no errors, nobody left. On to the bottom of the first. Tacoma nothing. Everett coming to bat.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership.
I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
On to the bottom half of the first inning. Everett for their first at-bat to face Tanner Knapp. He is a right-hander with a record of 8-2, an earned run average of 1.68. Let's set the rest of the Tacoma defense for you. Robbie Pogue is at first, Cameron McIntosh at second, Kenton Robillard at third, and Gavin Grant is at short. Thomas Wheeler in left, R.J. Green in center, and Justin Vanderbrake is in right. The catcher, Sam Olson. Charley Larsen will step in and lead it off for the Everett Trojans. A right-handed batter hitting .290. Knapp delivers the first pitch down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Outfield straightaway for Larsen. The 1-0 pitch. Down low and away, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Larsen to be followed by Sam Linscott and Austin Hauk. Knapp. Ready the 2-0 pitch. Larsen squared as if to bunt, pulled the bat back, takes the pitch inside, ball 3. 3-0 the count. 3 straight balls from Tanner Knapp. The right-hander ready. The 3-0 pitch, pours it in there for a strike, and the count is 3-1. Knapp ready, the 3-1 pitch. Down, low and away, ball 4. A leadoff walk to Charley Larsen. And in steps Sam Linscott, the center fielder. Linscott hitting .327 on the year. Knapp comes set. The pitch. Linscott squared as if to bunt, pulled it back, takes it down low, ball 1. Linscott, a 6'3" sophomore out of Lakewood up near Marysville. Man, that area has just exploded in recent years. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Fouled back into the screen behind the plate. Count evens up at 1-1 on Sam. Austin Hauk is in the on-deck circle for the Trojans. Everett wearing the home white uniforms today. Tacoma in the road gray. Larsen gets his lead over at first. Knapp tosses over to first. Larsen dives back in ahead of the throw. Ball got away from the first baseman, Robbie Pogue, but just a few feet. No chance for advancement by Larsen. 306 down the left field line, 342 to left center, 387 to dead center, 354 to right center, 326 down the right field line. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, curveball, called a strike, catches the outside edge 1-2. To hit it out to straightaway center, you have to put it on the roof of the two-story batting barn. We had one of those yesterday. Knapp peers down to his catcher Olsen to pick up the sign. Now comes set. The 1-2 pitch, curveball, lifted down the right field line. Good depth, but hooking foul. Foul by a good margin down there. And the count remains 1-2. Lynn Scott gets back in that right-handed batter's box. Stands fairly well off the plate and deep in the box. Knapp comes set. Again, the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off to the right of the plate. Lynn Scott just stuck the bat out there to protect the plate and just did get a piece of it. It's going to be one of those late nights here at the ballpark. Once again, Knapp ready. There's the 1-2. Again, lined foul down the right field line. Looked like it might have hit a post down there near the production truck, the Topher Vision production truck. Once again, Knapp leans down. Larsen with that lead over at first. Average lead. The 1-2. Called strike three. Good fastball right on the outside edge. One man down, and Austin Hauk, the second baseman, will step in. Hauk hitting .295 on the year for the Trojans. Played his high school baseball at Archbishop Murphy. The pitch fouled up and out of play behind the plate. Count one strike. Of course, Archbishop Murphy, perhaps more known for their football teams up there. Oh, 0-1 the count. Knapp ready, the 0-1 pitch, curveball, drops in nicely for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Knapp appears to have a pretty good breaking ball. And like many of the Tacoma pitchers through the years, at least recent years, appears to be a pretty deliberate worker. The 0-2, a little bit outside, and the count is now 1-2. Again, game times tomorrow pushed back to 2:05 and 6:05. So if you're making plans to come over, Make a note of that. The 1-2. Down low and away, a breaking ball. Count evens up at 2-2. In that first ball game today, between Spokane and Mount Hood, we had 50 minutes in rain delays. And it was a long ball game anyway. There's a toss over to first. Diving back in, Charley Larsen. Larsen aboard on a base on balls. Just underway here, bottom half of the first. No score. Knapp again. Ready. Again, a toss over to first. Back easily is Larsen. Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Again, the 2-2. There's a line drive going in. Nice leaping catch by the second baseman, Cameron McIntosh. Thought that ball was headed into right center field, and McIntosh timed it perfectly, went up at the peak of his jump and hauled it out of the air. There you see the replay. Nice play by McIntosh, who then fired back to first and tried to double up Charley Larsen. So 2 men down now, and that'll bring in Kyle Rodriguez. Knapp ready the pitch. Check swing down low. Did he go? That's the question. He said he did not. So the count is 1 ball on Kyle Rodriguez. Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for summer quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. 1-0 the count on Kyle Rodriguez. Kenny McCormick is in the on-deck circle. Calls time, does Rodriguez, and steps out of the batter's box. And now gets back in. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Hit right back up the middle. Headed towards center field, into center field for a base hit. Rodriguez puts one right back through the middle, so the first base hit of the ball game for Everett. They have runners on first and second as Charley Larsen moves from first to second. And that'll bring in McCormick, the DH. McCormick hitting .229 on the year. A right-handed batter. And again, Tanner Knapp, very deliberate. The right-hander comes to the plate. Fastball, right at the knees on the outside edge for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So it'll be interesting tomorrow to see how deep these pitching staffs are as teams will be playing their 4th ball game. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Down low, ball 1. 1-1 to count. One and one. Nick Klemp, the on-deck batter for Everett. Knapp. Ready the 1-1 pitch. In there for a called strike. The count is 1-2. Knapp with a long look. Down to his catcher, Sam Olson. Comes to the plate, breaking ball down low and away. McCormick had a notion, held up, count 2-2. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on all sports. 2-2 the count. McCormick thinking Knapp taking a little bit too much time. Steps out, now gets back in. Knapp kind of was gazing out to center field for a while. Now he's ready again. Back up on top. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. High heat from Tanner Knapp. McCormick is down on strikes for Everett. No runs on one hit. No Tacoma errors. 2 runners left. We've played 1. The score, 0-0.
I chose Centralia College because I wanted to stay close at home while getting a great education. Playing for a smaller school has a strong sense of a community, and they just want to see you succeed. We're bigger than just a team. We're a big family. My name is Dylan. I play baseball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
On to the second. Paul Falco will face the numbers 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the lineup for the Tacoma Titans. Sam Olson, Brock Gagliardi, and R.J. Green. Falco ready, delivers. Down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Sam Olson, hitting .353 on the year. Again, Falco, before he goes into the windup, takes that big, deep breath. The next pitch, there's a line drive headed into center field, but moving over quickly to his right. Sam Linscott hauls it in. So 1 man down here in the top of the second, and that'll bring in the designated hitter, Brock Gagliardi, hitting .327 on the year, left-handed batter. Brock, a 6'2 sophomore out of Wilson High School in Tacoma. There's a pitch fouled at the plate. Makes its way over toward the on-deck batter for Tacoma. That's R.J. Green. And the count is 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Perhaps a little high. That ball tailed away from the left-handed hitting Gagliardi. Falco ready to the pitch, chopped out in front of the plate, and they're going to say it's a fair ball. Gagliardi arguing and saying no, should have been foul, but the home plate umpire, Josh Marshall, says, no, that's a fair ball, Brock. And so Gagliardi's out, the catcher firing down, or actually tagging Gagliardi. So 2 unassisted is the call. Josh Marshall is your home plate umpire. Jim Courtney down at first, and Brad McGee is over at third. In steps R.J. Green, and the first pitch out of the strike zone, ball one. 1-0 the count. RJ, once upon a time, pretty good basketball player, point guard for Gig Harbor High School. Comes a 1-0 pitch. Check swing. Cost him a strike right at the knees, and the count evens up at 1-1. Falco. Again, big deep breath. The 1-1 pitch to Green. A little bit low. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. We're in the top half of the second. No score. Tacoma and Everett. Winners bracket action. Comes a 2-1. Check swing. They say he did not go on the appeal. 3-1 the count on RJ. Gavin Grant, the shortstop, is in the on-deck circle. Falco ready, the 3-1. Lifted foul behind the plate. Going to drift out of the ballpark. Count runs full now on RJ Green. There you see a good look at Paul Falco on Topher Vision. Right-hander ready. The pitch. Lifted foul. Third base side out of play. Count remains full. Falco working from the center of the pitching rubber. Center fielder Sam Linscott pulled a few steps over into left center. The next pitch, again, fouled out of play down the left field line. This one's going to make its way down toward the merchandise tent and the concession stand. So RJ Green making Paul Falco work hard here with 2 down in the top half of the second. Three-two pitch, swing and a miss. Out a fastball down in the zone, and that'll do it for Tacoma here in the top half of the second. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left. On to the bottom half of the second. No score between Tacoma and Everett.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC. On to the bottom half of the second inning. No score. Tacoma and Everett, the 2 unbeatens here in the 2019 NWAC Baseball Championships. Tanner Knapp will face the numbers 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup for Everett. Nick Klemp, Nolan Smith, and Mitch Albin. Tanner Knapp, very deliberate worker. Third baseman Kent Robillard, even with the bag. There's a ground ball right at Robillard, who fields cleanly and throws across. So quickly, 1 pitch, 1 out for Everett here in the bottom half of the second. You're going to get a chance to see it on replay there. And a good job by Kent and Robillard. That'll bring in Nolan Smith, the right fielder. Smith hitting .255 on the year. Left-handed batter. Knapp goes into the windup, the pitch.
A little bit low, ball one. 1-0 the count on Smith. Smith, a freshman out of Snohomish High School. Comes the next pitch. This one's down low. 2-0 the count. Glad you're with us on Topher Vision for this ball game tonight. Here comes the 2-0. There's a ball chopped first base side foul. Good effort down there by the first baseman, Robbie Pogue, who went into a kind of an awkward slide to try to chase that thing down. Smith taking a long look down to his third base coach. Gets back in that left-handed batter's box. Stands deep in the box. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Had a good pitch down and away. And the count evens up at 2-2. Smith back in the box. Knapp ready to 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. At an off-speed pitch. Nice curveball from Tanner Knapp. 2 men down. And that'll bring in Mitch Albin. Albin hitting .301 on the year. Here comes the first pitch down low. Check that. Called it a strike. 0-1 the count. Next pitch, right at the knees for a strike. Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. There's the next pitch. Apparently a little bit low. Catcher Sam Olson tried to frame it, but can't coax. Home plate umpire Jim Marshall into a strike. And the count is 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, called time instead, does the batter. Mitch Albin steps out. Knapp ready. Check swing. Did he go? They say he did. That'll do it. So Albin down on strikes for Everett. In at the bottom of the second, no runs on no hits, no Everett errors, nobody left. We've played 2 scoreless between Tacoma and Everett.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
On to the third inning. For Tacoma, they'll have the bottom third of the lineup: Gavin Grant, Thomas Wheeler, and Cameron McIntosh. Paul Falco ready, goes into the windup. The pitch is a breaking ball down low and away, and the count is 1 ball. Defense pretty much straight away all the way around for Gavin Grant, hitting .298 on the year. The 1-0 pitch just misses, and the count is 2-0. Shortstop Kyle Rodriguez plays fairly deep. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. There's a fly ball lifted into deep center field. Center fielder Sam Linscott going back on the ball, makes the catch just short of the warning track, right in front of the 387 marker. So Grant pretty good charge into it, but he's a long out. And that'll bring in Thomas Wheeler. Wheeler, the left fielder for Tacoma, hitting .289, a left-hander. Out of Graham Kapowson. There's the pitch, swing and a miss. Looked like Falco might have taken a little bit off that one. And the count is 1 strike on Thomas Wheeler. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. A little bit low. Got a chance to do a basketball game this basketball season. Kelso girls played a tournament game at Graham Kapowson High School. Boy, that's out there a ways in southeast Tacoma. Out there quite a ways. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. In there for a called strike. Dropped in nicely right on the inside edge. And the count is 1-2 on Thomas Wheeler. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Curveball catches the outside edge, and Thomas Wheeler caught looking and called out. That is 2 strikeouts now for Paul Falco.
Yeah, every guy's in the room. Every guy. That is so awesome.
And in steps Cameron McIntosh. The pitch. Fastball rides in tight, and the count is 1 ball. Falco ready, the 1-0 pitch. This is a fastball, catches the knees, and the count evens up at 1-1. Falco has the sign he wants. He nods, takes that big deep breath. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball hit on the ground out towards short. Rodriguez fields, throws to first in time to get the hustling Cameron McIntosh, and that will do it for Tacoma here in the top half of the third. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left. On to the bottom of the third. Scoreless, Tacoma and Everett.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
On to the bottom half of the third. No score, Tacoma and Everett. The NWAC is rallying behind the Wounded Warrior Project, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to honor and empower wounded warriors. Wounded Warrior Project connects the more than 100,000 wounded warriors, family members, and caregivers it serves with programs that empower them to live their lives on their own terms. Thanks to generous donors, Wounded Warrior Project is proud to offer these services free of charge. First pitch from Tanner Knapp to Takeshi Kubota is in there for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Knapp ready, the 0-1. Kubota squares to bunt, offers, and can't come up with it, so the count quickly 2 strikes on Takeshi, the left fielder for Everett, hitting .266 on the season. Deep bend of the knees from Takeshi. Here comes the 0-2, fouled, out of play. Third base side, count remains 0-2. Kubota out of Woodinville High School. Good youth baseball program up there. Knapp ready. The 0-2, outside ball 1. 1-2 the count. Knapp ready, the 1-2 pitch, curveball, swing and a miss. Takeshi Kubota down on strikes. That is 5 strikeouts now in the ball game for Tanner Knapp. And we go back to the top of the order for Charley Larsen. Larsen walked to lead off the bottom half of the first and was stranded. On the season, hitting .290. First pitch catches the outside edge for a called strike. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. The 0-1 pitch in there. Breaking ball, called a strike, and the count is 0-2. Tanner Knapp finding his rhythm now and throwing strikes. In fact, both pitchers throwing strikes. Knapp ready, the 0-2 pitch, a little bit high, 1-2 the count. Finds success at Pierce College, selected as one of the top 5 best community colleges in the nation. Pierce College offers more than 60 programs of study. It started today at one of the nation's premier community colleges. Apply online at www.pierce.ctc.edu. There's a fly ball lifted into center field. R.J. Green on the run. Makes the catch in shallow left center field. Nice running catch by R.J. Green, who is really quick. Kirk Rowland going to be along with you for the next inning. Going to put Kirk to work here a little bit. In steps Sam Linscott. Struck out his only plate appearance. There's a fly ball lifted down the right field line, well out of play. And the count is 0-1. Tanner Knapp peers down to get his sign from his catcher, Sam Olson. Here comes the 0-1. There's a ball hit down toward third base. Kenton Robillard fields, throws across in time, and that'll do it for Everett here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left after 3. Scoreless, Tacoma and Everett.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Well, there's some swag right there. They're still selling all these sweatshirts and T-shirts, and you need to check it out. Merchandise for T-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies limited. You can visit online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Hi, everybody. Kirk Rowland with you right now as the Tacoma Titans and Everett Trojans ready to go here in the top of the fourth inning. Scoreless ball game. As coming in there for the Tacoma team will be the top of the order as Kenton Robillard will lead things off here for the Titans. Going up against Big Paul Falco. He's been good. Here's a ball hit out towards wide of first, and charting over there and making a basket catch. And a nice catch over there is Mitch Albin. And we've quickly got one out. As you see the nice play. He tracked it, looked at it, and just guided it right in there. Scoops it over to his teammate Traylon. And nice play there by Mitch Albin of the Everett Trojans. That'll bring up the right fielder, Justin Vanderbreek. Vanderbreek 1 for 1 in the ball game so far. There he is, the big right-hander, and one of the best hitters in the NWAC right here, Vanderbreek. He has had a special season. Looks at a pitch right in there. Big deep breath there by Paul Falco. Nice breaking ball in for a strike. Paul Falco out of Lake Washington in the Kirkland area. 5'10" freshman. Here's the windup and the pitch. Foul ball, shallow right. Charging in, making the catch out there is Nolan Smith. Took him a little of a while to track it and see where that was, but he does a good job to finally get vision of it and get the job done there, get the big out. Paul Falco back out on the bump. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. Just a little low with the next pitch. Falco into deep breathing. You see him shrug his shoulders there with another deep breath before the 1-0 pitch on the way. In for a strike. Count evens up 1-1. Well, the Edmonds Tritons and Tacoma Titans, 2 of the best in the NWAC. Of course, the top 8 teams here this year, and it was all division champs and number 2s who came out of the Super Regionals. Swing and a miss. Robbie Pogue, the hitter up there for the Titans. Pogue grounded into a double play his first time. This time the breaking ball just bottoms out and skips off the dish. A lot of folks that are still kind of buzzing about the Spokane victory earlier and what happened after the game. Yours truly was part of that, and as we got a ground ball out towards third, and stepping on the bag himself is Albin. We'll tell you about that Spokane thing when we come back here. Quick inning, top of the fourth. We've got Everett and Tacoma. Goose eggs.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
You're watching the NWAC Championship Tournament here at David Story Field at Lower Columbia College. Scoreless as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Tanner Knapp is ready, and here's the pitch. And he must have missed just inside. Tanner Knapp's been really, really good. Fife Trojan out of the Milton area there around Fife. North Tacoma. Here's the pitch. That's low, ball 2. Getting back to that story I was telling about after the Spokane game, during one of the rain delays, they've got this kid. In fact, here's the footage of it right here. And so this play right here, he sticks it, boom, they go crazy. Well, folks, that has gone viral as the ball is hit down in left field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Gets past the left fielder out there, Wheeler, and in for a double. To lead things off is Austin Hauk. Just the second hit for Everett and the first extra base hit. Well, that play there, that post-game interview where he stuck the dart on his head right there, that has made ESPN tonight. And there's the slow-mo, and that's what you call sticking the landing right there. And that is on ESPN, and that thing is going viral here tonight. A special feature on ESPN. A lighthearted moment here in the NWAC tournament. I know the Spokane guys were watching ESPN and going crazy back at their hotel room at the Kelso Red Lion. That's fun stuff. Here's a ground ball hit out in the hole at short. They'll go down to third base, and they say he's safe underneath. Now, Kenton Robillard isn't so sure, so perhaps a video replay of Ryan Mummert wants to do that. Or I should say if JoJo Howie wants to do that. Actually, that would be Mummert and Tacoma. Bang, bang play. And it looks like they're going to live with it. So that'll bring up the batter, Kenny McCormick. So that's Rodriguez reaching on a fielder's choice. And on the play, Hauk makes it down to third base. So the first runner to get to third here, and pitch is low by Tanner Knapp. Trojans have the first golden opportunity to get on the board here tonight. 1 ball the count. Coming into the glove now is Knapp. Pitch is high, 2-0. Of course, Ryan Mummert knows that you get a couple of those challenges, if you will, and you must have had a pretty good look to agree that the umpire had it, made the play. Here's the pitch. Did he offer at it? They say he did. 2 balls, 1 strike. It was out of the strike zone, but McCormick couldn't resist. The 2-1 pitch. That's a fly ball hit out to center field. That's going to be more than enough to get the first run of the ball game. As trotting in to score will be Austin Hauk, and Everett's on the board first. They've got a 1-0 lead. Kenny McCormick with the sacrifice fly to center for the RBI. That'll bring up Nick Klemp, the catcher. The center fielder Green knew, just get it in there. Wasn't going to have a chance to throw anybody out that deep out there in center. 1-0, Everett has the lead. We're in the winner's bracket game here at the NWAC Championships. Here's the pitch, poured in for a strike. Of course, we were talking about that viral moment with the dart to the forehead of Duncan. Well, this Everett team was involved in one of the more viral moments in NWAC championship history at Story Field. And, of course, we're talking about the catch and Derek Solberg. Throw over to first, and sliding back over there is Rodriguez. The major leaguer, Keela, who hit a ball to left field, and Derek Solberg made that incredible catch over the short fence out there in left field. That made ESPN as the top play of the day, of the week, of the month, as a bunt put down perfectly. Robillard just has to eat it. Nowhere to go. Base hit. Nick Klemp with a beautiful bunt single. Rodriguez down to second. That catch that saved the day for Lower Columbia and robbed a tying home run by Keela that, well, it made the ESPYs as one of the 4 plays of the year. Interesting to note that the head coach of the Everett Trojans, JoJo Howie, would have been, well, he lost the game on that play. Howie was the pitcher against the Boyle kid for Lower Columbia. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. High fastball, and Nolan Smith went after it. Couldn't catch up to it. 1 run in and a couple of runners on, and Everett's hoping for a big inning. Tanner Knapp hoping for a ground ball here. Popped wide of third and heading for the seats. Of course, a late night tonight. We had some rain earlier today. The tournament committee decided to delay the LC. Well, there we go. 10:33, that's nothing. That's okay. We got plenty of time to play baseball here today. We're here in the bottom of the 4th, and we certainly will be looking at perhaps tomorrow and midnight, a little bit later tonight. 9-inning game here. Pitch, a little low. But they delayed the start of the Lower Columbia Lynn Benton game from 2 to 6. Really didn't rain all that much. Of course, hindsight's 2020. Lower Columbia and Lynn Benton played a lengthy game and a Red Devil blowout win. And so here we are. This game got started late. Ball just rocketed foul just past the Everett dugout, and you've got to stay on your toes over there. Contemplating with the lumber as Nolan Smith gets back in there. Runners at first and second with 1 out and 1 run already in. Tanner Knapp will spin on an inside pick, but no throw. Just making sure that Rodriguez sticks close to second. There's a look at the Everett dugout. Good spirit, good cheering in there for their teammates. Nolan Smith now twiddling those hands on the bat handle, wagging that bat. Here's the pitch. That's a ball hit deep to right field, and that's going back, and that's a home run. 3-run bomb, Nolan Smith. And look at him. He is just sprinting around those bases. That is not a Cadillac trot. That is a land speed record coming around the bases on the bomb to right field. Way back on the blast, and that just paid a visit to your Les Schwab Tire Center. 3-run home run for Nolan Smith. And the Everett Trojans take a 4-0 lead. Get a stopwatch on him. That might have been the quickest home run trot I've ever seen. And here's a visit to the mound by the assistant coach, Marcus Hinkle, who handles the pitching. That was pretty impressive. Nolan Smith got all of that one. College baseball, you gotta love it. Hinkle's back up there now. His first pitch is a good one. Mitch Albom, the hitter. Nice pitch to come back with right after that, giving up that home run. Next pitch is low, 1-1. Albom struck out his first time. Two balls and a strike to Mitch Albom. Three and one. So Tanner Knapp trying to shake it off, get back into the groove. He pitched so well those first 3 innings. He gave up just one hit, but now he's given up a double, single, and home run. Missed inside with that one. A 5-pitch walk, and the inning continues for Everett. Still nothing doing in the Tacoma dugout, or excuse me, bullpen. Tanner Knapp now back into the leather. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, and now all of a sudden the plate's jumping around on him a bit. Tanner Knapp, a second-team All-West pitcher this year, solid player. Good pitch there. 1 ball, 1 strike to Takeshi Kubota. He struck out his first time. Still just 1 out, and it was a productive out. The sacrifice fly by McCormick. Here's the pitch, and that's hit out towards center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Albom checks in down at second. And now the Titans got to think about maybe getting some things going, and they do. They've got action out there in the bullpen, trying to get hot. Top of the order now, Charley Larsen. 0 for 1, he's got a walk. And of course, Charley Larsen's about as responsible as anybody as far as getting his team in this undefeated spot here in this tournament. That play he made last night at third was incredible as the First pitch to Charley is fouled right back into the screen. Yeah, there's a look at the bullpen, and we do have activity out there. That's Dylan Mackey, who's getting heated up, the kid out of Kent Lake. Larsen made that dig out at third and kept his foot on the bag and pretty much saved the game for Everett. Here's the 0-1 pitch, 2 strikes. Really no wind to speak of. Perhaps all the rain we've had today is moving on out of here. Forecast is good for tomorrow. And we'll have a couple of games at 2:05 and 5:35. These two teams will be involved. Here's the pitch, and that's very high, 1-2. Everett's going to be taking on Spokane. Lower Columbia is going to be taking on Tacoma. But which team will be the undefeated? The winner of this game will play the later game at 5:35. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Larsen. Here's the pitch. Bounced up and blocked. Nice play by Sam Olsen to keep it in front. Keep the runners from moving on to another bag. Mitch Albin getting his lead. He's out at second base. Kubota over at first. Here's the pitch. That's hit wide of third. 2-2. Well, we've got the hardy souls of Tacoma and Everett behind their teams, rain or shine, early or late. And there's a few scattered Longview Kelso fans that are still here, and even a few college coaches that are still hanging here, trying to get some talent, perhaps, to the next level. Here's the 2-2. That's a fly ball hit out to left field, pretty deep, but tracking over there is Wheeler. He'll make the catch, get it in quick. No advance of the runners, 2 outs. Sam Linscott coming up. Linscott 0 for 2 so far tonight. Fresh supply of baseballs. With all the rain here today, hopefully we're going to have enough to finish the tournament. Here's a look at the Everett Trojan fans that are here. The double deuce, Big Sam Linscott gets in there now for EVCC. Throw to second. Runner gets back. Throw was a little wide, but Gavin Grant, the shortstop, able to get it into the mitt. Tanner Knapp trying to get his team back into the dugout. Here's the pitch. Right down Broadway. 0-1 to Sam Linscott, the 9th hitter to come to the plate here in this big 4th inning for Everett. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Trojans. No runs, just 1 hit, no errors for the Titans. Pitch. Just missed on the breaking ball. They'll appeal down there, and first base umpire Jim Courtney says yes, he did. 0-2. Nothing. Everett with the lead over Tacoma here in the bottom of the 4th. Trojans looking for more. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Ball gets away, and the runners will move up. Boy, the catcher was over there on a scramble, Sam Olson. And now they're going to appeal down to Mr. Courtney again to see if maybe he offered it that, and he says no, he did not. So that's a wild pitch to move him up. First base open now. Austin Houck on deck. Tanner Knapp trying to take care of this inning right now. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, dropped, open base. Catcher will throw down, and the inning comes to a close, but not before. Everett puts 4 on the board, 4-0. Everett over Tacoma.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Some of the fans here in attendance checking their phones, trying to bring up that dart head from earlier today at the NWAC Championships. Here's the pitch. As back up there is Paul Falco. We'll see how he can do with 4 runs on his side. 4-0. Everett has the lead now over Tacoma as Falco will pitch with the lead. Sam Olson, the hitter, and he's heading the count 2-0. Falco's pitch right in there for a strike, 2-1. Here's the rockin' fire, and that's a ground ball hit foul. 2-2 to Sam Olson. Sam Olson, an Oregon player out of the Eugene area, went to Sheldon High School. Here's the 2-2. That's a fly ball hit out to center field, rather deep, but tracking over there is Lynn Scott. He's got it for out number 1. Where fly balls go to die, center field here at David Story Field in Longview. Brock Gagliardi, the DH, is up there now. Left-handed hitter, right on the plate. Little open stance. And he was trying to hit one off the Les Schwab sign himself. Swing and a miss. Here's the pitch. Not close, very high. I always get a kick out of listening to some of the fans out here. You can, at times, always kind of tell who Dad is. Dad's the guy that'll say something like, short to it. A lot of these kids had Dad teaching them from day one, and next pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike. Of course, little thought suggestions out there is okay. Then you get Super Dad out there who just is feeding information all over, and the coaches love that. And the person sitting next to him, I'm sure, always thinks that's great too. Here's a swing and a miss. Took a little off. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brock Gagliardi. R.J. Green on deck for the Tacoma Titans. Paul Falco's pitch, and it's just fouled off by Gagliardi. Gagliardi had a solid year this year, .333 average, 3 homers, 34 RBIs. He was a second-team selection in the NWAC West. Here's the 2-2. Not close, 3-2. JoJo Howie is hoping Paul Falco can just continue to pump strikes. Nothing worse than getting 4 runs on your side, then all of a sudden not throw strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Gagliardi took another big rip at it and fouls it right back into the screen. Falco likes to go to the mouth a little bit. He'll go to the back slope. Get a little moisture on there. Another 3-2 pitch coming up. Fouled off again. Painted it right in there. And that just locked up Gagliardi. Excellent pitch by Paul Falco.
Center fielder, number 8, R.J. Green.
3rd strikeout of the night for Paul Falco. 2 outs now, and the batter's R.J. Green. He was one of those strikeout victims. Here's the pitch to him. Takes the strike. One ball, 1 strike, the count. As we're here in the top of the 5th inning. We go 9 and no 10-run rule. 4-0, Everett has the lead. The 1-1. Ground ball hit towards first. He'll try to skip it over to Falco, and he dropped the ball. As you see it here, Falco got off the mound pretty good, but it looked like the first baseman, Albin, put it right there. Just didn't hold on to it, and that's an error on the pitcher, Paul Falco.
Number 26, Grant.
And an outstanding call by official scorekeeper Bob Rose, because tell you what, Albin did his job. Maybe a slight little fumble in the glove there, but boy, he put it right there, and Falco can't grab it, and so he'll pitch on here in this frame. First error of the ball game. Gavin Grant, the hitter for Tacoma. Here's the pitch to him. Takes the strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gavin. Flew out to center field his first time. Here's the pitch. Just missed. Looked like a pretty good slide piece. You see the front of the Tacoma uniforms. They have Titans written right down the center where the buttonholes are right there. Now, if you have a short torso like Grant here, it just says Titan. It doesn't say Titans. If you have a long torso, you can see the whole S there. There you go, Titan. That S is down below the belt somewhere down there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Gets away from the catcher Klemp, and the runner will move up on the wild pitch. For nothing. Everett, here's the 3-2. Ball 4, so Falco commits the error to get a runner on and then compounds it a bit with a walk. That'll bring up Thomas Wheeler.
Left fielder, number 28.
Another shout out here to
Wheeler.
Levi Lacey, the former Trojan coach, watching here tonight. I don't know if he's down in the desert somewhere, or wherever he is. Great to have you watching, Levi. You Trojans are doing good. Now we have timeout called, as looks like we're going to have a little visit paid for out on the mound here.
We've got a winning number, the split the pot drawing.
Going to have Coach come out there and
Red ticket, $34
talk and see what's up. Of course, JoJo Howie's got a nice staff. The addition this year of Kyle Novak, and he's got Dylan Lavelle with him, Braden Edwards, Xander Klaus, Corey Garcia, Mike Friedrich. It's a pretty big staff there for JoJo. Of course, this program built up by Levi Lacey, who we just mentioned, and there's been so many great moments of Everett teams in this NWAC championship. Here's the 1-0. Right in there for a strike to Thomas Wheeler. Wheeler struck out his first time. Trojans trying to get back into the dugout. Here's the 1-1. That's a chopper. It's going to be a tough play. Coming in is the second baseman, Hauk. Not in time, and the bases are loaded. An infield base hit by Thomas Wheeler. This is how you get back into a ball game. Once that ball chopped up and got over Falco, you knew that Hauk was going to have to really hurry it. And a nice job by Albin just to keep it in front. And so here comes Tacoma right back after it. Green now at third, Grant at second, and Cameron McIntosh is the hitter. Here's the pitch. Coach Lacey says he's down in Texas at the pre-draft meetings. So they're all around the table trying to figure out who they're going to get for the Tejas Rangers. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way, and that is hit out towards left field, making the dive and making the catch is Takeshi Kubota. He is fired up. Check this out. This is called defense, folks. That ball was roped by McIntosh, lays out and makes the catch, holds it aloft, and the Trojans keep the shutout going. What a catch by Kubota. This is NWAC championship baseball. Everett with the 4-0 lead.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
Bottom of the fifth inning to lead it off for
Now the Trojans are fired up, and why not? What a play by Kubota out there in left field. A diving play. If he doesn't make that play, well, Tacoma's got at least 2, maybe 3. Right now, the Trojans still have their shutout working. Tanner Knapp is back out on the hill for the Tacoma Titans as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. That's a fly ball hit out to left and pretty deep. Going back. He leaps over the fence, tries to make the play out there. That's a bomb. It's out of here. Austin Hauk with the home run. Got under it, launch angle high into the night. Going back, the leap over, but the bullpen catcher makes the catch. And it's now 5-0.
shortstop, number 7, Kyle Rodriguez.
Here's Kyle Rodriguez. Pitch in there for a strike. Ground ball hit out to short. Throw across. Nice play by Gavin Grant.
DH, number 24, Kenny.
That'll bring up Kenny McCormick. McCormick struck out and hit a sacrifice fly. That was for the first run of the game. And now Tanner Knapp aborted his pitch right through there and had to spin off without throwing it. And boy, you don't like to see that. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center. R.J. Green underneath makes the catch. 2 outs. I'll tell you what, no wind here at Story Field this evening, and balls are flying. Here's Nick Klemp.
That is the catcher, number 11, Nick Klemp.
Klemp 1 for 2 with a run scored. Here's the pitch. That's a base hit to left. He's 2 for 3. Things might be starting to flatten out a little bit here for Tanner Knapp. And again, work out in the bullpen for the Titans.
Right fielder.
And that'll bring up Nolan Smith, who hit the 3-run bomb his last time up. Knapp from the stretch. Ball 1. Still plenty of time for Tacoma to get back in this game. Tacoma's an explosive offensive team. In fact, they loaded them up last inning, but it was Kubota with that great catch in left field that ended the threat. Swing and a miss. And Nolan Smith goes down to his knee on that one. He would love to hit another home run, which would be a 2-run bomb after the 3-run shot. (5-0). Everett has the lead over Tacoma. This is the 2 lone unbeaten teams left in the tournament. Here's the 1-1. Hit foul over wide at first. Of course, the winner of this game is going to go to the championship. They'll play tomorrow, but they would be guaranteed going to Monday, and it would just be a matter of would they be undefeated on Monday with 2 chances to win the title, or do they lose on Sunday and then it just becomes a 1-game affair. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Tanner Knapp. Pitch. Fouled off. Knapp gets back up on the rubber, and Nolan Smith back in that batter's box. Knapp comes set. Ball's bounced up, and the catcher, Sam Olson, lost track of it. It went straight up, and he turned around to look behind, but it was actually in front of him. The runner will move up. And that's Nick Klimp now at second base on the wild pitch. Five runs, 7 hits, and an error for Everett. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Tacoma. Here's the 2-2 by Tanner Knapp. Ground ball, wide at first. Nolan Smith. Bat on his shoulder now. He brings it up, wags it up and down. The 2-2. Ooh, just missed inside. That ball had movement on it. Tanner Knapp dominating in the first 3 innings, but been a little shaky since then. Here's the pitch. Took a little off, and another big rip by Nolan Smith. Man, this kid is not getting cheated up there. We've already seen him hit the big 3-run home run, and he is hacking. Look at that guy. Lefty swinger, just looks like a ball player. Boy, the Trojan party is on in that dugout. Payoff pitch coming up. Timeout called. Now everybody's back and set. Now, spoke too soon. Tanner Knapp went off the back of the rubber. Now he's back on there, and now everybody's trying to find some comfort. Sam Olson looks into the dugout and says, hey, give me that sign again, man. We need to reset this thing. And there he is, the slab. It's actually a big old piece of carpet out there with the pitching mound and the rubber. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. Ball 4. So the Trojans get the leadoff home run by Austin Hauk, but they weren't happy with just that. A couple of more runners on, and a chance for Mitch Albin.
Number 5, Mitch Albin.
See if he can do something. Of course, this undefeated game like this, it's always a tough decision for the head coaches where, you know, if this was maybe a loser out game, perhaps Ryan Mummert might have gone to the bullpen earlier, but Well, they can lose this game, still be alive, come back tomorrow. Tanner Knapp around these 2 innings has been real good, but I think Coach Mummert's thinking, yeah, maybe. And sure enough, here he comes. Ryan Mummert's going to go out to the pen, and I just don't think he liked what he saw as far as the uneasiness out there by Tanner Knapp. So we are going to go to the pen, and we're going to bring a new pitcher on here to try to get this 5th inning into the books. So Tanner Knapp, the first 3 innings, gave up just the 1 base hit and the 1 walk, but then in the 4th, things got a little weird out there. A double, a fielder's choice, sacrifice fly, a single, a 3-run homer by Nolan Smith, then a walk, a single, and they got out of there with 4, and then the home run by Houck, and now a couple of runners on, and the day is done for Tanner Knapp. The Titans will go to the bullpen, and they're going to bring in Dylan Mackey, the freshman out of Kent Lake. Well, folks, there's a lot of ways to keep in connection with the NWAC. They've got the social media thing completely covered. You can follow on the Twitter, the Facebook, the intranet, the Instagram. I don't think you have to say the in front of everyone, do you? NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Go to nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedule, scores, stats, and more. Does the NWAC still have MySpace? Probably not. Right now, the Titans are all looking at each other, and they're going, guys, you know, we need to get going here. Right now, hey, is the McDonald's open over by the Red Lion over there? Because, yeah, I think it is. We got to get some grub late night, but right now we need some runs. Meanwhile, the Trojans are in that dugout. Yeah, they're back there going, you know, it's kind of late, isn't it? You know, we're good, though. We can still score. It's only 5-0. Let's go. Let's get back in there and hit. Right now, we need to get back to our positions and get an out to get this darn inning over. The right-hander coming in there to try to get her done, Dylan Mackey. Mitch Albin, the hitter for the Trojans. Five 2/3 for Tanner Knapp tonight. Gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, and there's some more out there. There's a pitch in there a little high for ball 1 to Mitch Albin, who's 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk. Takeshi Kubota would be next. Dylan Mackey comes set. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's fouled out of play. Dylan Mackey came in with a 5.14 ERA, 1-0 record, 7th appearance, and just 7 innings this year. Gave up 8 hits in those 7 frames. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Albin. Breaking ball buzzed the tower. Mitch Albin loved his book. Oh, wait a minute. That's the other guy. That's Mitch Album. This is Mitch Albin. I'm sure this Mitch is a fine writer in his English classes up there at Everett Community College. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Two and 2 with 2 outs. Long look in by Mackey, and now he comes set. Pitch. Just got a piece of it. Fouled it into the glove, but Olsen couldn't hold it. Klemp at second, Smith at first, and another step off. Things can get fidgety out there on the bump. Albin. He's ready. So is Mackey, the 2-2. Fouled into the screen, had a good hack at it. Everett, Spokane tomorrow. That should be an outstanding matchup. And, of course, whenever Lower Columbia and Tacoma get together, it's on between those two division rivals. It's going to be a great Sunday with better weather and great college baseball here. So get on over here on this Memorial Day weekend. Here's the next pitch, fouled out of play. And these Trojans, man, they make you work. No reason to not come out at the ballpark on a Monday. It's Memorial Day. And, of course, the Sunday before, a lot of folks won't be going into work. Get on out here to the ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Mitch Albin. Mackey plateward. Low. Good stop by Sam Olsen. Well, everybody's going to get a head start at this point with a 3-2 count, and runners at first and second, 2 outs. Mackey intently looking in. Now comes up into the leather. Comes set. Runners go. Foul ball again. Well, you see Mackey kind of working on that right bicep a little bit. This is the time of year where a lot of these pitchers have their arms barking at them, and they don't care. This is the NWAC championships, man. We'll deal with inflammation following the tournament. Time to step up and get her done for your teammates. Throw to second, low. Ball gets away. No advance as the outfielders all converge, and runner will stay there at second base. That's Nick Klemp. Nolan Smith at first. And another long inning for Tacoma. I'd like to thank Jim DeBruler for letting me do 2 innings here. Jim just gave us a whole bunch of boring nothing. Then I came in here and 2 home runs and a bunch of stuff. Great diving catches and another foul ball. So Jim will be along to put you all to sleep again, because I'm sure the game will just settle right back in. Well, you want to talk about a guy who steps up for this NWAC tournament, Jim DeBruler, the hardest working man in this press box. And again, a step off. There is no comfort out there for the Tacoma pitchers right now. Another 3-2 pitch. The runners will go. Fly ball hit out to right field and rather deep, and that is going back, and that's going to make it all the way to the wall. 2 runners are in. He's going to go for 3. Here's the relay and the throw. It's a little wild, and there's the big triple by Mitch Albin. And the Trojans have blown this ball game open. That ball just kept going, man. He squared that thing up high, and it hits in front of the warning track, rolls. A great job by Van de Break to get it, but then he dropped it. And once he wasn't clean with it, that allowed Albin to get all the way around to third base. And here's Takeshi Kubota. 7-0 Everett. Pitch. Strike. Ground ball fisted out towards short. Up with it is Grant. Throw is wide, and another run is on the board. That'll be an error on the shortstop. Things are unraveling right now for the Titans. 8-0 Everett.
Top of the order, third baseman, number 10, Charley Larsen.
8th batter to come to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Mackey. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball throw down to second. Shortstop Grant was late getting over there. Got caught flat-footed. Not a bad throw by Olsen. But Grant just wasn't there, and perhaps maybe he was still thinking about the throw on the play before. And he is a solid shortstop. He's been really good this year for Tacoma since taking that job due to injury earlier. One strike to Charley Larsen, and now timeout called, and we're going to have a balk. Runner at third, 2 outs, 1 strike. Mackey's pitch, fouled out of play. Trojans will spoil pitch after pitch, and then when they get one they can square up. Damage. The bespectacled Charley Larsen is up there and ready. Down on the count, 0-2. Dylan Mackey's pitch is low. A pair of 4s up there on the board, and it's a snowman for Everett right now, 8-0. And again, a step off. And the Trojans are hooting and hollering in that dugout. Pound the heart. The 1-2. Inning finally over as Larsen strikes out, but not before 4 more on the board. It's Everett 8, Tacoma nothing. Jim DeBruler back with you right after this.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
On to the top of the sixth. Paul Falco continuing to work for Everett. He'll face the top third of the Tacoma lineup, Kenton Robillard, Justin Vanderbrake, and Robbie Pogue. Everett has scored 4 runs in each of the last 2 innings and now leads this ball game by a score of 8-0. 8 runs on 8 hits for Everett. No runs on 2 hits for Tacoma.
For the Titans, third baseman Kenton Robillard.
Robillard stands in. He has skied to left, and he has popped to first. Falco ready to pitch. Fastball down low and away, and the count is 1 ball. This ball game getting pretty close to being 2 hours old. It's about 1 hour 50 right now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a drive into deep center field. Center fielder Linscott, however, was playing deep, took a couple steps back and hauls it in. So a long fly ball goes for an out off the bat of Kenton Robillard. And with 1 man down, Justin Vanderbrake will step in. Vanderbrake has singled and he is skied to right. Right-handed batter hitting .402 on the year. Falco ready, delivers. There's a little looper headed into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. So Justin Vanderbrake, 2 of 3 on the evening. And that'll bring in Robbie Pogue. Pogue has bounced into a double play and bounced to the first baseman unassisted. Left-handed batter. Gets in that batter's box. Falco leans down, has the sign he wants from his catcher, Nick Klemp. The right-hander delivers, fastball up high, and the count is 1 ball. Again, Lower Columbia will play one of these teams tomorrow. Right now, looking more and more like Tacoma. Next pitch outside, 2-0. Falco checks the runner over at first. Vanderbrake delivers. Curveball, this one a little bit high, ball 3, 3-0 the count. Falco might have cooled down a little bit. He's had long breaks each of the 2 last half innings while his team batted. The next pitch is in for a called strike. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back into the screen behind the plate. Count runs full now on Pogue. Sam Olson is in the on-deck circle for Tacoma. Shortstop Kyle Rodriguez shades over a little bit toward the bag at second. He plays deep. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Up, high, and away, ball 4. So Tacoma has runners on first and second with 1 man down. And that'll bring in the cleanup hitter, Sam Olson. Olson has skied to center 2 times. This young man is a really good catcher. Stands deep in the box, wide open stance. Here comes the pitch. Popped up behind the plate. Catcher, Klemp, coming back. And makes. Nope, they're going to say he caught it up against the fence. Nope, they say he caught it up against the fence, so Olson's has life. In the meantime, Olson, and there you're going to get a chance to see it on the replay. Home plate umpire Josh Marshall was back there right on top of the play. And now they're going to go ahead and go to the video review so that previous play will be under review. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also, visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Walla Walla Community College athletes follow traditions of excellence in soccer, volleyball, basketball, baseball, softball, golf, and rodeo. The Warriors are proud to compete in the NWAC. Umpires still down at first base line. Getting a look at this play that was behind the plate. (8-0) here in the top half of the sixth. Everett leading Tacoma. These are the two unbeaten teams in the 2019 NWAC Championship Tournament. Everett got 4 runs in the bottom of the fourth and added 4 more runs in the bottom half of the fifth. And they're still reviewing that play down there. Pitcher Nick Falco visiting with third base umpire Brad McGee. Falco's pitched a good ball game for Everett. Boy, they're taking a long, hard look at this play that was right here back at the backstop behind the plate. They're going to get another look at it on Topher Vision. There you see Nick Klemp, the catcher, trying to appeal to Josh Marshall. And they're going to give him the out. So the call behind the plate has been overturned. So Olsen pops up to the catcher. And there's 2 men down. And that'll bring in Brock Gagliardi, the designated hitter. Brian Mummert out to have a word with home plate umpire Josh Marshall. Gagliardi.
Number 10, Brock Gagliardi.
Was tagged out right at the plate. He thought the ball was foul, and the catcher jumped out in front of the plate, picked it up, and put the tag on him. The umpire ruled him out, and then he struck out in the fifth. So officially 0 for 2 on the evening. First pitch, a little bit low, ball 1. Justin Vanderbrake, the runner, out at second, and Robbie Pogue is the runner at first. Vanderbrake singled, Pogue walked. Tacoma needs base runners, and lots of them, trailing 8-0. The 1-0 pitch. There's a drive into the gap in left center field. Center fielder Linscott moves over and makes the catch. Well positioned, and that'll do it for Tacoma here in the top half of the sixth. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. On to the bottom of the sixth. The score, Everett 8, Tacoma 0.
I chose Centralia College because I wanted to stay close at home while getting a great education. Playing for a smaller school has a strong sense of a community, and they just want to see you succeed. We're bigger than just a team. We're a big family. My name is Dylan. I play baseball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
On to the bottom half of the sixth inning. And leading off for Everett, Sam Linscott, the center fielder, the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Count is 0-1. The next pitch in for a called strike. Count 0-2. Dylan Mackey ready, delivers. There's a ball chopped to the right side. Cameron McIntosh bobbles it and will not be able to make the play. That's going to be an error on Cameron McIntosh. So Linscott is aboard. And boy, it's just kind of all coming all apart for Tacoma here tonight against Everett. In steps Austin Hauk. Austin, line to the second baseman, doubled and hit a home run. First pitch in there at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Hauk's home run was deep into the Tacoma bullpen, where it was caught out there by the bullpen catcher. Mackey ready. Delivers the next pitch right at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-2. Mackey peers down to his catcher, Sam Olson. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch by Dylan Mackey, and Austin Hauk is down. One man down here in the bottom of the sixth, and that brings in Kyle Rodriguez. Rodriguez has singled. He's hit into a fielder's choice, and he bounced to short. Rodriguez played his high school baseball at Issaquah. The first pitch right at the knees for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Outfield straight away for Rodriguez. Kenny McCormick is on deck. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball down the left field line. And coming in to make the catch is Thomas Wheeler. Boy, they had 3 players all converging on it. The third baseman, Robillard, shortstop Grant, and Thomas Wheeler. And Wheeler took charge and made the catch in very shallow left field. So 2 men down, and that'll bring in Kenny McCormick. There you see the replay on that. All 3 players converging on it, and Wheeler called him off. So 2 down, McCormick stands in. Timeout called by Sam Olson, the catcher, who's going to go out and have a quick word with Dylan Mackey. McCormick struck out in the first, hit a sacrifice fly in the fourth to drive in a run, and then skied to center in the fifth. So officially 0 for 2 on the evening. Again, if you just joined us, Everett 8 runs on 8 hits, Tacoma no runs on 3 hits. There's the pitch. Fouled. First base side out of play. And the count is 1 strike on McCormick. Nick Klemp is in the on-deck circle for the Everett Trojans. Everett's been one of the premier programs in the NWAC over the last several years. The 0-1 pitch. Right at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-2. Dylan Mackey throwing pretty effectively for Tacoma in relief of Tanner Knapp. And Knapp looked good through the first 3 innings. It was the 4th inning that everything fell apart. Timeout call by McCormick, and part of that was the 3-run bomb off the bat of Nolan Smith. Towering home run to right center field. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, outside and high. 1-2 the count. Center fielder R.J. Green straight away and pretty deep. Mackey comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball just off the outside edge. And the count evens up at 2-2. Mackey checks the runner at first. A 2-2 pitch. Outside. Ball 3. 3-2. Good view of Kenny McCormick. Mackey ready, comes set. The 3-2 pitch, the runner goes. Outside, ball 4. So McCormick draws a base on balls. Lynn Scott will go down to second base. So Everett with runners on first and second, 2 men down.
Batters the catcher, number 11, Nick Klemp.
And that'll bring in the catcher, Nick Klemp. Klemp has bounced to third, and he is singled twice, so he's officially 2 for 3 on the night. Right-handed batter. Swing and a miss. Had a good fastball, and the count is 0-1. Klemp, after stepping out of the batter's box, gets back in. Still really no wind here tonight. Here comes the pitch, fouled off the mask of the catcher, Sam Olson. Sam takes the mask off for a second, now puts it back on. Count 2 strikes on Klemp. Temperature 49 degrees here in Longview right now at 11:45. Mackey steps off the rubber. And now Klemp steps out of the box. Now he gets back in. Here's the 0-2 pitch, lifted in the air. Foul territory, first base side. First baseman Pogue goes back and makes the catch, and that'll do it for Everett in the bottom of the 6th. No runs on no hits. There was 1 error. There was 2 men left. We've played 6 to score. Everett 8, Tacoma nothing.
WC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
On to the top half of the 7th inning. Paul Falco continues to work for the Everett Trojans, and he has been very effective, pitching a shutout here so far. He'll face the numbers 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup for Tacoma. R.J. Green, Gavin Grant, and Thomas Wheeler.
Top of the 7th inning for Tacoma, center fielder, number 8, R.J. Green.
Green steps in. He is struck out, and he's reached on an error. Falco has the sign, delivers the first pitch. A little bit low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Falco once again ready, the 1-0 pitch. There's a ball hit sharply to the right side, right to the first baseman, however. Mitch Albin, who races to the bag and records the putout. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. And that'll bring in Gavin Grant. Grant has skied to center, and he has walked. Falco delivers, first pitch down low and away, kicks away from the catcher Klimp. Comes back toward the backstop, 1 ball the count on Grant. Again, tomorrow's ball games have been moved back to 2:05 and 5:35. There's the next pitch in for a called strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. And that decision made largely in part by the fact that this ball game is going to go so late. There's the 1-1 pitch. Slow curveball drops in for a strike. Nice pitch by Paul Falco. Really took a lot off that curveball. And the count is 1-2. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball down in the zone. 2 outs.
Left fielder, number 28, Thomas Wheeler.
4th strikeout in the ball game for Paul Falco, and in steps Thomas Wheeler, the left fielder for Tacoma. 1 of 2 on the evening, singled his last time up. There's the first pitch, chopped right at the third baseman. Glove there by Charley Larsen, throws across in time, and that will do it for Tacoma in the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. On to the bottom half of the 7th. The score, Everett 8, Tacoma nothing.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
your resourceful self at Clark College.
New pitcher for Tacoma, Dyson Johnson, is in. He is the third pitcher for Tacoma tonight. He is a right-hander. Take a look at his line on the year. Earned run average of 3.12. He has 1 win and 1 loss. He's appeared in 9 ball games, 17 1/3 innings. He has struck out 22, and he has walked 10. So Dyson Johnson, the third pitcher for Tacoma. Johnson is a 6-foot freshman out of Kentwood High School in Kent. And he'll face the bottom third of the Everett lineup, Nolan Smith, Mitch Albin, and Takeshi Kubota. Sam Olson, the catcher, out to have a quick word to make sure that he and Johnson are on the same page as we get ready to play here into the bottom half of the 7th.
Right fielder, number 15, Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith steps in. Smith struck out in the first, hit a towering 3-run home run in the 4th, and walked and scored a run in the 5th. Johnson ready, has the sign and delivers. The first pitch swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. Dyson Johnson wearing that number 23 jersey for Tacoma. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fouled into the post behind the plate. And the count is 2 strikes. Those 2 innings that Kirk called. Took a little break and stepped outside the press box and came back and said, man, I'll tell you what, it feels like a late fall football night here tonight. There's the next pitch, lifted in the air, left field. Wheeler coming in, calls off the third baseman, Robillard, makes the catch. And quickly 1 down here in the bottom half of the 7th. In steps Mitch Albin. Albin has struck out, he has walked, and he has a triple. Stands deep in the box. Johnson ready, delivers. There's a ball hit right at the second baseman. Fielded there by McIntosh, who throws wild to first, and that is going to allow Albin to move on into second base. So Cameron McIntosh just having a tough night out there at second base. And with 1 man down, Takeshi Kubota will step in.
Left fielder, number 34, Takeshi Kubota.
Just one of those nightmarish nights. That's the 3rd error for Tacoma. First pitch to Takeshi is down low, ball 1. Struck out in the 3rd, singled in the 4th, and reached on an error in the 5th. Comes a 1-0 pitch. Fouled away, strike 1, 1-1 the count. Dyson Johnson back up on top, leans down to get the sign. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Chopped out toward the shortstop. Fielded there by Grant. Fields cleanly and throws across in time to get Takeshi Kubota. Score at 6-3. 2 men down on the play. Mitch Albin moves into third base. And we go back to the top of the order for Charley Larsen.
Top of the batting order for Everett.
Larsen
Number 10,
has walked. He is skied to center, skied to left, and he is struck out. So officially 0 for 3 on the evening. Johnson ready, delivers. Fastball. Catches the outside edge for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Wide open stance for Charley Larsen. Here's the next pitch, a curveball, breaks down and away, and the count evens up at 1-1. Sam Linscott in the on-deck circle for the Everett Trojans. Timeout called by Larsen, who has something in his eye. Steps out of the box, now gets back in, taps the plate. Outfield straight away. Here comes a 1-1. Check swing down low and away. They ask if he went, and they say he did. So 1-2 the count on Charley Larsen. Everett's got a nice vocal crowd down for the game tonight. Nice to see. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a high heat. Larsen goes down. That will do it for Everett here in the bottom half of the seventh. No runs on no hits. There was one error, one left. We've played 7. The score, Everett 8, Tacoma nothing.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Baden, the official ball of you.
On to the top half of the 8th inning. Paul Falco continues to work for the Everett Trojans, and he has been masterful here tonight. Pitching a shutout, has only given up 3 hits. He'll face the numbers 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the lineup for Tacoma here in the top of the 8th. Cameron McIntosh leads it off. He is bounced to short. Popped up and out of play and flew out to left. Actually lined out to left. That was back in the 5th inning. 1 strike to count on Cameron. Came in hitting .269. The next pitch down low and away, a breaking ball. Count evens up at 1-1. Very impressed with Paul Falco's work tonight. And his body of work on the season's been good. 5 and 2, earned run average 2.77. Next pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Boy, Yancey Bird was good tonight for the Red Devils. Had the one shaky inning in the second when he loaded the bases on balls, but other than that, he struck out 13 in 5 1/3 innings. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled behind the plate. Count remains 1-2. Left fielder Kubota plays off the line. Ball gets loose out of the left field bullpen, so umpire calls timeout for a second to allow the bullpen catcher to get back in and get off the playing field. Falco ready, the 1-2 pitch, curveball, chopped, foul, third base side. Count remains 1-2. Kenton Robillard in the on-deck circle for Tacoma. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curveball just misses. Some of the Everett fans groan. Count evens up at 2-2 now on Cameron McIntosh. Right-hander nods. Has a sign he wants from his catcher, Nick Klemp. The 2-2 pitch. Hit foul up first base side. Picked up there by Klemp, who tosses the ball out of play. Get a new supply of baseballs. McIntosh back in the batter's box. Falco ready. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Curveball, this one just a little bit high. Count runs full now on Cameron McIntosh. Continuing to work from the center of the pitching rubber. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Lifted in the air to right field. Nolan Smith moving back and over to his left and drops the ball. Just flat dropped the baseball, did Nolan Smith, who otherwise has had a good baseball game. So that'll be an error on Smith. And we go back to the top of the order for Kenton Robillard. McIntosh gets his lead. The pitch chopped to the right side. They go to second to get the lead runner. No relay on to first. So McIntosh is forced at second. There you see the replay. Austin Houck flipping to the shortstop. Rodriguez covering, but no opportunity to fire on to first for the double play. So Robillard is on a fielder's choice, and in steps the hard-hitting Justin Vanderbrake. 2 of 3 on the night, came in hitting .402. There's a toss over to first base. Takes a practice cut, now gets back in that batter's box. There's a toss over to first. Robillard dives back in safely. Falco comes set. Here comes the pitch. Hit sharply down the left field line, foul, well out of play, and count no balls, 1 strike. Left fielder Kubota plays quite deep.
Successful. You can bid on it again next year.
Comes the 0-1 pitch, curveball, down low, kicks away from the catcher. Runner from first goes and is in there safely. Good heads-up base running by Kenton Robillard, so he is in scoring position with 1 man down. And the count 1-1 on Justin Vanderbrake. Even stance for Vanderbrake, wearing number 5. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Curveball down low and away. 2-1 the count. Falco showing the utmost respect for Justin Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake calls time. Falco taking a little too much time for his liking. Steps out of the batter's box and adjusts those gloves. Now gets back in. Falco looking down to his catcher. Nick Klemp has a sign he wants. Checks that runner out at second. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Or check that. Chopper, third base side. I thought he missed it. I did not see the ball. Lost the sight of it for a second. 2-2 the count on Justin Vanderbrake. Home plate umpire Josh Marshall throws the ball out of play. 2-2 the count on Vanderbrake. Falco again taking a lot more time now between pitches as we get deep into this ball game, perhaps starting to show a little fatigue. The next pitch, swing and a miss, and a pitch down in the zone. Big strikeout for Paul Falco to get Justin Vanderbrake. 2 men down now, and that'll bring in Robbie Pogue.
First baseman number 6, Robbie Pogue.
4th strikeout of the ball game for Falco. Pogue officially 0 for 2 on the night. Pops it up behind the plate. Klemp coming back. Has a look, and it hits right down in front of us. You might have heard it thump into the grandstand area. 1 strike to count on Robbie Pogue. Pogue slightly open stance. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. At a good fastball. Count no balls, 2 strikes. Falco has the sign he wants. Checks the runner out at second. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Breaking ball. Catches the inside edge. And that will do it for Tacoma here in the top of the 8th. No runs on no hits. There was 1 error. There was 1 runner left onto the bottom of the 8th. The score, Everett 8, Tacoma nothing.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Defensive changes for Tacoma as we get ready to play here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Now pitching Brandon Reynolds. He's a right-hander. And now playing first base, Eric Peterson. Check the line on Reynolds here. Earned run average of 1.42. No record on the year. He's appeared in 6 ball games, 6 1/3 innings.
Center fielder, number 22, Sam Linscott.
So limited work for Brandon Reynolds. He'll face Sam Linscott, Austin Houck, and Kyle Rodriguez. He'll pitch from the stretch with nobody on base. Asks his catcher, Olsen, to go through the signs again. Now ready. Here comes the pitch. In there, right at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 on Sam Linscott. Linscott has struck out twice, bounced to third, and reached on an error. The 0-1 pitch down low, ball 1. 1-1 to count. Here comes the 1-1. There's a sharply hit ball right back through the middle into center field. It's a base hit. So Linscott has his first hit of the evening. And in steps Austin Houck. Line to second, hit a double and scored a run, and then hit a home run in the 5th. Struck out then in the 6th. Here's the first pitch. Down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Brandon Reynolds, a 5'9" sophomore out of Wenatchee. The 1-0 pitch. Outside ball 2. 2-0 the count. Outfield straightaway for Houck. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss at a good fastball, and the count is 2-1. The 2-1 hit out towards short. Grant gets it, goes to second for 1. The relay on to first, not quite in time. So Houck is on a fielder's choice as Linscott gets forced out at second. And that'll bring in Kyle Rodriguez.
Shortstop, number 7, Kyle Rodriguez.
Rodriguez has singled. He's hit into a fielder's choice. He bounced to short and he skied to left. The pitch, fouled back into the screen, behind the plate. Count 1 strike. Houck gets his lead over at first base, just a moderate lead. Swing and a miss at a fastball. And man, I'm telling you, Kyle Rodriguez had a rip. He was sinking short porch down in left field, man, I'm telling you. 0-2 the count on Kyle. Kenny McCormick in the on-deck circle for the Everett Trojans. Reynolds ready, the next pitch down low. Good stop by the catcher Sam Olsen. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reynolds bends to look down to the catcher. Olsen gets the sign he wants. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing fouled over toward the first base dugout. Kicks back off the front of the dugout onto the playing surface. Rodriguez gets back in the batter's box. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. At a pitch down low. Probably swung at a ball. So 2 men down here in the bottom half of the 8th. And that'll bring in Kenny McCormick, the DH.
The DH, number 24, Kenny McCormick.
There's the first pitch to McCormick. Curveball. Catches the inside edge for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Reynolds ready, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball up high and away. Count evens up at 1-1 on Kenny McCormick. Nick Klemp would be next. Third baseman Robillard very deep. Here comes the 1-1. There's a line drive into right field, falling fast. It's down for a base hit. Runner from first on his way around second. He's going to coast on into third as the throw comes into second base. So Kenny McCormick has his first hit of the night. He did have a sacrifice fly earlier in the ball game. So runners at first and third now with 2 men down. And that'll bring in Nick Klemp. Klemp has a couple of singles in 4 appearances tonight.
Number 11, Nick Klemp.
We're in the bottom half of the 8th. Everett leading Tacoma 8-0, but threatening to add on here. Reynolds ready. The pitch to Klemp. Fouled, up and out of play. First base side. Count 1 strike. Reynolds, a deliberate worker. Here's a pitch. Called a strike. 0-2 the count on Nick Klemp. McCormick gets his lead over at first. Moderate lead. Houck the runner over at third. Reynolds ready. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing down low. They're going to ask if he went. He did not. And the count is 1-2. Sharp breaking ball that time by Brandon Reynolds. And Klemp just did hold up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate. Boy, that was a self-defense swing, and all of a sudden at the last second, Klemp realized that was going to drop in for a strike, and he just did get the bat on the ball to foul it away. Right-handed batter gets back in that batter's box, making Brandon Reynolds work. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled up and out of play. First base side. Count remains 1-2. You might have heard it hit off the library roof over on the campus of the college. There's the 1-2. Down low. Baden Sports is proud to be the official ball partner of the NWAC Championships. For nearly 40 years, Baden balls have set the standard for quality and craftsmanship, delivering world-class game balls to colleges and national conferences across the country. Baden, it's all about perfection. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Up high, ball 3. Full count now. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Reynolds ready. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Up high, ball 4. So Everett loads up the bases with 2 men down. And in steps the right fielder Nolan Smith, who earlier in the ball game had a 3-run bomb to deep right center field. Reynolds. Long look down to his catcher, Sam Olson. Now Nolan Smith calls time and steps out. That's one thing that we've noticed about the Tacoma pitching staff through the years is they're very deliberate. Here comes the pitch. It's a curveball outside, and the count is 1 ball. Besides the home run, Smith has struck out. He has walked, and he has skied to left. And again, he was trying to call time to step out. Umpire did not grant it. The 1-0 pitch popped up on the infield. First baseman Peterson makes the call and makes the catch, and that'll do it for Everett here in the bottom half of the 8th. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. On to the top half of the 9th. The score, Everett 8, Tacoma nothing.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
On to the top half of the 9th inning. Last call for Tacoma, unless they come up with 8 runs to tie, as they trail in this ball game by a score of 8-0. And right now, it very much looks like Lower Columbia will be playing Tacoma tomorrow. Paul Falco has gone all the way for Everett, looking to complete the 3-hit shutout here. And he'll face the numbers 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the lineup. And it looks like we might have a pinch hitter for Tacoma. Number 17 is Brady Hinkle. Brady Hinkle, the pinch hitter, chops one third base line foul, and a count is 1 strike to Hinkle. Hinkle, a 5'11" freshman out of Puyallup. Count 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Lifted in the air, left field, fairly deep. Kubota goes back on the ball, makes the catch, and quickly 1 man down here. in the top half of the ninth. That'll bring in Brock Gagliardi. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Gagliardi as well.
Play for Tacoma. Number 1, Adam Jacks.
Adam Jacks is hitting for Gagliardi. Right-handed batter. The pitch down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Falco, long look down to his catcher, ready. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Right at the knees for a strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. Falco has the sign he wants. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball drops in nicely for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Shortstop Rodriguez, very deep. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3. 6th strikeout in the ball game for Paul Falco.
Now at the plate for Tacoma.
And we're going to get yet another pinch hitter. Josh Trujillo is going to come in and pinch hit. Josh Trujillo pinch hitting for R.J. Green. So Ryan Mummert doing a good job of trying to get some guys into the NWAC championships. Trujillo, left-handed batter. Falco delivers. The first pitch is a little bit low to Trujillo. Trujillo, a 6'1" freshman out of Spanaway Lake. The 1-0 pitch. A little bit outside. 2-0 the count. Falco ready. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3, 3-0 the count. That pitch was way outside. Falco kind of staring down at the ground, now gets back up on top of the pitching rubber and looks in. Comes a 3-0 pitch. Called a strike. Right at the knees on the outside edge. Trujillo taking all the way. And the count is now 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Down low and inside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk. And Gavin Grant will step in, the shortstop. He is skied to center. He has walked and he is struck out. Falco ready to pitch. There's a drive to deep center field. Linscott going back on the ball, makes the catch, and that will do it.
That's the ball game.
For Tacoma,
Score, Everett, 8 runs, 10 hits,
in the top of the ninth. No runs on, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base.
3 hits, 3 errors.
The line score on the ball game, Everett, 8 runs on
2 hours and 55 minutes.
10 hits, 2 errors, and 10 runners left on base. For Tacoma, no runs on 3 hits. They committed 3 errors, and they left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher going all the way, Paul Falco, and the loser pitcher, Tanner Knapp. Home runs in the ball game, Nolan Smith, a 3-run blast in the 4th, and Austin Hauk, a solo blast, and that was in the 5th. The time of the game, 2 hours and 55 minutes. So Lower Columbia will play Tacoma, and they'll determine the time of that game in a little bit, so be sure to look at NWAC Sports. 2:05 tomorrow. 2:05 tomorrow is the time on that ball game. And in just a minute, Kirk Rowland will have a winning interview. So again, Everett in the driver's seat right now. and they are the lone unbeaten. And let's go down to the field with Kirk Rowland.
With Kirk Rowland. Kirk, take it away.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. A couple of the stars here today. And first, let's talk about this guy right here, Paul Falco. 3-hit shutout, and hey, you had it going here tonight. Talk about how you felt out there tonight, getting it done.
I felt great. Coming into this, the main goal was to just pitch contact and, not focus on getting the strikeouts, just really fill up the zone. I've had a little problem with walking guys early in the year, but today was just main focus, letting them barrel up some balls. Sam Lynn's got in the outfield and got just a great defense behind me.
The power of that caterpillar that's on your lip right there a little bit, huh?
Yeah. I've had this for just about the whole year. I was thinking about shaving it, and my roommate told me not to do it. It's bad luck, so good thing he cut me.
Well, good call by him. It was this right arm that did it for you tonight, Paul. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It was outstanding. And Nolan, first of all, you got to work on your home run Cadillac trot. I think you set a world's record as the fastest home run trot right there. You were pretty jacked up, weren't you?
Yeah. This team is, they got my back every single time I step in that box. And when I got in the dugout, I was just thanking all of them because that energy really just comes off and out of the dugout, and it just makes a huge difference for that mental game.
All right. Well, you got all of that one. Did you know it was gone when you hit it?
It felt pretty good. 2-strike count. I was just looking to, put a good swing on something, and I had runners on base, so I wanted to make sure I at least gave him a chance to move over. So, that's about it.
Well, the goal is always Monday, and you guys are there. That's got to be pretty exciting for you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like I said last time, I told you it's going to be real hard to stop the Trojans now.
All right. Trojans going to Monday. Paul, Nolan, thank you.
Kirk Rowland with the winning interview, and Everett again, the only unbeaten team in the NWAC championships now. So Tacoma will play Lower Columbia tomorrow at 2:05, and so we'll hope you'll join us at that time. Been my pleasure to bring you tonight's ball game, and I want to thank Chris Garrad and his crew with Topher Vision. Outstanding work tonight. Want to thank everybody for listening. Good night, everybody.